Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel. Jupiter will go retrograde on 20th of June. It rules our social expansion, and retrograde periods, which happen every 13 months for 4 months, are the time when our collective growth seems to slow down as we have to process where we are going. This is a natural part of the cycle. Jupiter visits a part of our chart every approximately 12 years. So during these next 4 months, it would rework the opportunities in that area of our life, detoxing it of the social influences and the excesses to make sure that's the direction we want to go for. If we have hit a wall or not able to make progress any further during the retrograde period, we would by our own efforts find alternative ways to move forward. The excesses are pared back and intentions are cleared. So we are sure of the direction of growth we are taking is based on our happiness and our sense of fulfillment versus social pressures. Because the transit is spread across 2 zodiac signs this year, we would review 2 areas of your life where we would revisit the topic of growth. One is meant to help us in 2021 and the other is the driver of growth in 2022. They together define your growth patterns of 2021 and 2022. Gemini Jupiter would be going back over the subject of growth and fulfillment in your house of career, business leadership and public recognition till 28th of July, which is a topic of growth, focus of growth of 2022. But after 28th of July till 18th of October, we would see a review of issue of growth and fulfillment from knowledge, publication, higher mind, speaking, writing endeavors, mentors, foreign legalization, relocation, travel, adventures, belief system, which is the topic of expansion for 2021. We'll go deeper into both of them today. This is part 2 of the video, which is sign specific. I have covered the collective impact of the transit in part 1 because this is a social planet. Visiting the collective part of the transit is also important. So please review the part 1 before you go deeper into your own specific sign, which is this video. My name is Charu and I'm your host on this journey. So let's begin. Gemini Jupiter would be going back over the subject of growth and fulfillment in your house of career, business leadership and public recognition till 28th of July. After 28th of July till 18th of October, we could see a review of issue of growth and fulfillment from knowledge, publication, writing, speaking, self-expression endeavors, mentors, foreign legalization, relocation, travel, adventures, belief system. These are the topics on which we would be going back because either the growth is stagnant or we are not getting to where we want, or we have gone in a direction that is not truly ours in our career or in our knowledge center. These houses activate higher purpose of life, and in some ways it's like a time when our specialization of life is being reviewed. The subject matter we want to be called to be the expert on is being reviewed. What is that subject for the next decade for you would be getting reviewed, as an old knowledge that you acquired 12 years back or the old specialization you chose 12 years back is being released and it's coming short to the demands of tomorrow. A different tack needs to be taken over the course of next 4 months in your field of specialization, in the topic of your publication, or in the media you use to let your higher views known. The start of the retrograde period around 20th of June might actually start with a positive feedback or outcome on your career. Something might seem like giving results on the career path. You would see a path which so far might have seemed elusive, especially if you have Gemini rising, sun or moon in the first few degrees of Gemini, or if you're a May born Gemini, you would feel this beautiful grand trine that's going to be formed between 20th to 23rd of June and then again on 12th of July, like a ray of hope for all of you that will come out to be as a positive impact on your career in your material houses, but specifically for the early degree Gemini and for the May born Gemini sun, you would feel it in physical form. This has monetary impact, but it may not be till 12th of July that full information comes through. This is your house of substance, which is being positively activated. The concrete houses that create our assets, our career, and our forward path. You have the ability to make a difference in the practical world through a career that is idealistic, that is ahead of the curve. And we would feel on the heels of an ideal. But we would also know to get there, there is much more that needs to be done over the course of next 4 months, and to get there you'll have to go by yourself instead of relying on external support. If you feel stagnant in your career growth from this place of positive outlook, you might decide to change your profession or change your tact, because success is possible but not through the ways you have used so far. A very different tact would need to be applied. It would not be till early January when you would fully start seeing the results of the changes you would make over the coming months in your life direction. And the knowledge of a new field would be acquired during the next coming months. But July would be pivotal in laying down the foundation of this change. Till 28th of July, you would evaluate the things that are coming to open, some hidden information, realities related to your career path or related to an authority figure could come up during this time in July. And you would try to see how to find a different way to approach either that authority figure or your career as a whole. It's possible that we have underestimated how much time it would take. It's possible that we overestimated how much support will come from other people, or how much support will come from a specific person, or how fast things would work out. Or we were over invested in one direction of a career, or took a route driven by somebody else's influence and guidance, but it was not our idea of life path or growth. A few of these epiphanies will begin to come up, especially in July, making it evident that we need to change the path we are on right now. There will be a lull after a visible high. Jupiter will expand your career next year, but some initial foundations are being laid down now through these epiphanies in July. You would find yourself withdrawing from opening new avenues for now on career front, or even being offered new projects for now, as external support would withdraw. As we spend some time alone for work inspiration. With current transits, a profession which involves influencing others is more suitable for you. And there's an element of glamour or media which is involved with it. But you are in search of an elusive ideal in your career, which has been elusive so far, which is creative, helps others, has influence over others, and is glamorous and lucrative all at the same time. So it's quite a difficult ideal to achieve. If you have been waiting for someone to give you that position or create that job for you, you would take matters in your own hands in July. You would see during July period that you need to figure out things by yourself by taking a different approach to both work projects, as well as authorities. The grand trine of 20th to 23rd of June and 12th of July gives you confidence that it's possible to create this, but you would have to do it solo without support or influence of anybody outside of yourself. Full impact of career expansion will only come in 2022 when Jupiter finally comes into this house for you when it's direct. January 22 would have themes of December 2009 and January 2010. If you could go back to that time and think of what happened in December of 2009 and January of 2010, that is what you're on the heels of. But you would first need to relive some of the themes that happened before December of 2009, and that will be the period after 28th of July. After 28th of July, Jupiter will focus on a very adventurous part of your chart. It makes a positive aspect with you. I really like this aspect after 28th of July, even though Jupiter will be retrograde, but it is positively aspecting you. So it sort of expands you, and it is Jupiter's own house. So your knowledge is immensely expanded after 28th of July, but it's done through your own efforts. After 28th of July till 18th of October, you would specifically focus on your skill set, which is the concrete output of growth for 2021. Career is for 2022, career growth, skill set growth, knowledge growth is for 2021. Much like possibly 2009, where the focus was also on knowledge growth, and 2010, when that knowledge was used for your career progression. It's like going back to school period. It's possible that you might recognize that you might need different skill set or even education, pre-qualification or certification to get that kind of ideal career that you're dreaming of. Or the publication or the media project you're working on might need changes, might need more juicing up to become more successful or impactful to your audience, or you need to be mobile. You need to be able to travel or relocate or get involved with certain foreign identities to get that kind of leap in your career. A leap of faith is required to get there. This is a positive period of retrograde for you, as Jupiter adds the sense of adventure, supporting your life purpose, even in retrograde period, much like a triple dose of growth that you're going to be getting. But if you're especially third decan Gemini, which is Gemini rising sun or moon between 20 to 30 degree, which is Gemini sun, born around 12th of June, Jupiter will be specially positively influencing these very degree. Although all of you will have this kind of review, but these degrees are most impacted 20 to 30 degree, which is around 12th of June or after 12th of June born Gemini sun. In the first go, from 27th of March to 13th of May, you had external support. It could be a mentor who was guiding you through your growth period or someone helping you. This could be a time when you might have initiated a journey to expand something, to publish something, to write something, to decide to acquire a new skill set. Somebody was mentoring you on the way, or you might have decided to travel, or you might have decided to legalize in a new country, get a new, a certification, a professional certification, or you might have decided to get legal status in a country. But now in this second journey, in the second layer of expansion, you would not be having that support. You would have to travel alone and possibly take a different route of growth versus what you took earlier. Jupiter this year wants you to experience ideas that are foreign to you, because you're supposed to expand your knowledge, which can happen through travel, it can happen through higher education or on the job steep learning curve, or through a leap of faith pursuit. 2021 is the year of exploration for you. We are urged to grow beyond our education through life experiences, through interaction, through on the job training. Develop more faith in your life's purpose and change or elevate your life purpose. That's what Jupiter is trying to prompt you by its second and then the third transit, which will happen when it's moving direct after 18th of October. You would be required to have more conviction in your life's purpose and the difference that you're trying to make. And you would have to leave behind certain growth patterns of the last 12 years, which could be the education you used or the place or the influences that you used for the past 12 years. Universities, publications, education, adventure, travels, foreign interactions call to you. They are your source of expansion in 2021. During the retrograde period, you would review all of this, and if you haven't been able to do any of this, you would find a way to do it. You would find a way to pass that exam, to get through that education, to get through that skill set, to get through travel, to have an adventure, to reach out to a foreign contact that you've been trying to get through, to try to publish something, to get your platform through. But you'll have to use a different tact here. If we have created a lot of theoretical models of what we want to do, we would move it to the phase of practical application. We would move from living too much in the head to doing what we have been thinking about. If idealism have been getting in the way of enjoying real material life, because sometimes we have a very fixed view when Jupiter is here about who we are supposed to be, that idealism will give way to something more practical, and you would live outside of that mental image to enjoy life a little bit more. Here, Jupiter wants you to have a little bit of fun and adventure in life. So, with Jupiter in this position, we can become we might have become in the past very unidirectional, the one track mind, thinking about only one subject and being very immersed in that, which is correct, which is the right way to go. But now you would be urged to think outside that direction as well. Explore a little bit. As I said, 2021 is the year of exploration. Maybe the specialization at the start of this transit from March to May, maybe the specialization that you chose in the earlier part of the year is not for you. Maybe that is not your path. Maybe that is not going to get you where you need to go. Maybe the country you legalized to or the foreign partner you were seeking is not the person, and you have to find a different tact. Maybe the way you were going about getting that expansion needs to be changed. We are urged to gain more perspective through practical experimentation versus waiting to be guided by somebody else. If we have been hoarding a lot of information in our mind by collecting a lot of knowledge, we are urged to dispense it, to share it, to start talking to people about it. We are urged to finally get it out and explore alternatives to get our work published. Every rejection hurts too much when Jupiter is here, especially on work which is not published during this transit. So here we might decide to take matters in our own hand by either self-publishing or taking an alternative route to get our work out there. Mentors, motivational speakers, reading, gratitude, updating our skills, positive thinking, praying, reading, all the things that nourish our faith and higher mind will support you in this journey. But remember, they can only nourish you. They are not meant to decide your path. Your path is solely decided on your own discretion. Heavy opinions from other influences in your life would have to be detoxed, along with any dominant influences, heavy-handed mentors who have been so far directing your life. Your life direction is getting set for a long tenor. So you'll have to decide that it's your path and not somebody else's growth path that you're taking on. You graduate from the school of life this year, and it's like being in a end of this post-graduation phase where the new job has not yet started, but we're still in the school and we're trying to make the best use of that experimentation phase of the last leg of our education, so we are ready for the outside world. You are in that kind of a phase right now, and it's the time to explore your alternatives before plunging in full in 2022. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next video now. Thank you.